Well met, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reading through One Piece 1024. So, this week, a lot is happening in One Piece right now. We'll give a quick recap of where we are at. My goodness, I can't speak right now. Quick recap of where we're at right now, and then we shall get straight into it. So, we got Zoro and Sanji. Zoro's back in action. The drug worked, and they're both fighting side by side. Fantastic stuff already. That's a great start to a chapter. And then we see Kawamatsu Shogoro keeping the fodder away. It's like, alright, these two can take king and queen. Just don't let anyone else interrupt them. And we see Marco in the middle of it all having a flashback still of Whitebeard remembering like what's above Maryjo. And it's like God's land. He's just like, You know, a lot of suspicious, slight lore drops just coming in right now. And then we have Sanji. He mentions to Zoro as he's going in against both commanders, like, I've been feeling strange ever since the second time I used the suit. Because, to my knowledge, watching a Sawyer video this week, is just the second time was when he was, like, peeking in the bathroom, right? So maybe his body has been undergoing some sort of change since then. I think it's fairly obvious at this point because Queen immediately says after Sanji attacks him again, people just don't combust. Sanji's always said it's like, yeah, my heart's burning hotter than my leg. But while Queen then mentions like only Lunarians can combust like that, you know, you got that one panel of King just going, that's it. Okay, bro. It's not suspicious at all. And there's a lot of speculation been going around. Like maybe it wasn't just trying to mix in the DNA. Maybe, you know, Sanji's mother was part Lunarian or something like that. There's a few comments from the video that we'll touch on after the chapter, but very suspicious there. Very cool. And I also mentioned last week, if he does have that kind of DNA, then the black suit may be somewhat similar to King's, right? It's going to help him contain the flames within. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, King shows off his it's called dirty fighting style, I guess, where his sword like has these little indents in them to catch other people so that swordsmen who come up against him can't use their swords. They get stuck. He has to drop them for a sec. But yeah, it pretty much it just shows how far he'll go to win the fight. Like he's a pirate after all. Come on, just pirate. And then Zoro also got that declaration in there. He ain't about to lose just yet. Oh yes. So we also see, yeah, after the nice little Sanji thing, Hyogoro and Kawamatsu just then speak of Shimatsuki Ushimaru. I think I said that right. Who is a descendant of Ryuma, whose sword that Zoro has with Shusui. And yeah, potential relationship. He fought with one eye. So there is, I think there always has been a suspect of Zoro being, you know, a descendant of someone from Wano, but this is a very large step in the right direction towards something like that happening, and a very iconic one as well. We also see Neko and Inu, so they're up against Perospero and Jack, respectively. They've both baited their targets out into the moonlight. They've gone too long again, and they're about to show them what's up. And then the very last panel, we see Momonosuke with his dragon form. It's pretty funny because the rest of the crew they thought it was Kaido, right? It's like, what is he doing here? But Shinobu is the only one who saw him pre-transforming. She's crying. She's just like, he looks like a younger Odin. 100% he looks like a young Odin. Oh. Anyway. It is definitely time to get into this. Very keen for this chapter. So much is happening. Let's see how the pace goes. Will we keep it up? Alright, 1024. We have part 2 of the color page spread. Very nice. So this is, I think it's supposed to be a 3-part, right? So the first one we got last week's chapter was the first third of it. Here we get like the Straw Hat crew mainly focus. So you got Luffy straight up, bit of armament haki right there. And then we got Zoro in a black robe. Oh yes. No, Commander Chopper, Nami, Boa is in there properly. Okay, so that was Sanji's foot coming across in the last panel last week. And we got Jinbei, Robin, Usopp, of course, the Strawhats. Enel makes his appearance in the top left. Goldie Roger and the clouds above them, of course. Bon Clay, of course. Vivi, Vivi, sorry, wow. Going Mary is there. Frankie, fighting again, or punching Kid. You got Drake, Apu, Killer. So, yeah, very cool color spread. I'm interested to see what it's going to look like when they're all there. Maybe I'll patch it all together. Alright, chapter time. Second floor. Hey, what's wrong with you guys? An overwhelming presence. Title of the chapter is Nobody Important. Okay. And then an overwhelming presence. What's wrong with you guys? Is this Conqueror's Haki? You see Usopp's slingshot. They can't help it. It's natural for men with weak resolve to crumble before me. After all, I took down 2 of the Flying 6. They call me Usohachi, the Beast Hunter. What? 2 of them? Surrender now and I'll permit you to join our cause. Of course, classic Usopp. Must be happening because Big Mom is fighting on this floor. Ah, of course. They're just getting caught and they think it's Usopp. Nice. They're being knocked out by mere echoes of her Conqueror's Haki. Hey, do you know what's going on with Luffy? Frankie? And Right Brain Tower? No idea. Last update I got was what Momonosuke said earlier. I bet Momo's with Shinobu, but I can't get a hold of her either. No news is probably good news. That's good old Frankie. How can you say that? If you're done upstairs, meet me down here. I'm not sure what's going on, but a bunch of enemies keep trying to storm the live floor. Do not let them through. Zoro and Sanji are busy taking on the All-Stars. We're in an equal alliance. Hiya! And we see Beppo coming out. You can't start giving us orders. Okay, very nice. Hot pirates here. 3rd floor. This looks bad. The flames are out of control. We've got to escape to the live floor. Okay, so that's from Robin's fight, I'm guessing. With Black Maria. And then Brooke just screaming, running along. Ah, it actually feels like I'm burning. I guess this technically means I've been cremated. Wait, no, this doesn't count. Ah, that's another good joke. Classic Brooke right there, boys. Baron Corpse, are you alright? We can't stay here anymore. Is his clothes... His robe is on fire, though. I won't let Robin's son get burned. How's the battle going? No clue. It's total chaos out there. Kid Pirates, 4th floor. My goodness, it keeps getting worse as we go up. Jinbei-san, Jinbei-san. The 3rd floor is erupting into a sea of flames. Please come while there's still time. Okay, the battles actually looks pretty damn bad up there. Has the fire gotten that bad? And where is Kaido? Is someone else keeping him busy? Of course, they don't know about Yamato just yet. Back on the live floor. The enemy is pouring out of the castle. Let us through, samurai scum. We own the castle and the live floor. Then we see Kawamatsu there. Stand your ground. Force them back. Oh, and we're back on the roof. We just get a wide shot, and then we're going back on the roof. Okay. Is that a blood spider? That's not a good sign. Yamato is heavy breathing. Looks like she fires off a ringing arrow. Oh wait, Kaido just... no. Just deflects it with his club. He's smiling. What is this? Something hit the ground? Yamato notices. Thunderous arrow. So Kaido just chucks his own straight back. Yamato is blocking it with her club. I guess she can't deflect it. She's blocking it and then she flips backwards, or she gets knocked backwards straight into a rock. Can't tell if Kaido's smiling or just enjoying himself. You're trying to kill me, Kaido. That's right. This isn't a family squabble. You should have been prepared for war. Carrying Odin's name is a heavy burden. I am not playing around, Yamato. What is wrong with admiring him? I was captivated by Odin. Flashback, here we go. It's the only series where I'm excited by flashbacks. Okay. Kaido-san, the only princess has become throwing a tantrum non-stop for a week. My name is Odin. Oh, let me out of these chains, Dad. I'm Odin, Kazuki Odin. And people are on the floor, passed out. Oh, conquerors? Question mark. She's still chained up. Yeah, it has to be, right? They've got the foam in their mouth. My name is Odin Yamato. Did you do this? Oh, tiny little Yamato chained up to to one of the poles. I don't know. They just all fell down. I'm going to starve to death. Please feed me. Conquerors, Haki, huh? That's promising. But if you insist on calling yourself Odin, it'd be better if you did die, Yamato. What? I'll give you a month to cool off and reconsider things in this cave. Wow, okay. What? A month? I won't survive that long. And aren't those wild samurai imprisoned here too? Wow, wait, how can you leave me in a place like this? The treatment kind of vaguely resembles what Garp was doing. Just like, yeah, nah, survive. But interesting. The same goes for the rest of you. I would like to have Wano's great master swordsman serve under me. If you have a change of heart, just shout so your voices carry through the hole in the ceiling. Okay, and we see like some of the top-notch silhouettes here. How many days has it been since you've all eaten? I suppose we can leave you something. One portion should be enough. I'm sure you'll be needing these to settle who gets it. They've left them a bunch of swords to fight over what remnants he gives. Huh? Father, they're definitely going to resent me for being your child. I'll be killed. But I thought you were Odin. My goodness. Okay, so there's like a big rock. There's that rope around the rock, actually. Why is it interesting? And then you see, yeah, the two silhouettes of the samurai pretty much over next to her. I call myself Odin, but I am also Kaido's son, the man who killed Odin. These samurai must hate me for that. And we see some of them. Does father expect them to kill each other in a scramble for that bowl of rice? But, and then they start to stand up. They grab one of the swords. They're bound to kill me first. You only see silhouettes. And then they just offer it straight to her. They pick up the swords, walk over to the thing, and then just push it towards Yamato. Oh, yes. Please eat. Huh? Samurai do not get hungry. Huh? Really? Oh, no. It's a classic trick. But I'm starving. Samurai are amazing. They really never get hungry? Eat up. You were born into quite the family, weren't you? And she does it. She's crying while she eats, of course. Thank you, Samurai. I'll remember this bowl for the rest of my life. Hey, can I become a samurai even if I do get hungry? Oh, wait a minute. This samurai looks kind of familiar, boys. So, the one that kind of resembles Zoro, or would this be Shimatsuki Ushimaru, I guess? Or Ushimaru. He grabs his sword and slices through the chain. You want to be Kazuki Odin, right? I heard you earlier. That man captivated all of us too. Were you his friend? Who are you, samurai-san? How is a disgraced samurai meant to introduce himself? I'm nobody important. And then he laughs. Come on, that's gotta be Ushimaru. I want to read this logbook, but there are a lot of big words. How does she have that here? Is that Odin's navigation log? The other two samurai just like, what? And then they're all reading it together. She looks like she's so happy understanding that. The sparkles. It's been 10 days. Yamato, Would your father really leave his child to die? If this keeps up, you're not going to see the battle that Odin predicted will happen in 20 years. No, when the time comes, I'll fight for Wano. Then I'll go out to sea and get much, much stronger. She's part of the crew. She's part of the crew. That's the spirit. And then the 3 samurai. Look at this, man. That's Zoro with a top knot. We can make our contribution to that future battle by ensuring your survival. After all, 20 years is a little too long for us to wait. And Samurai-san, if you do this, my father will... And then they all slash the wall. The lights pouring in. We cannot just sit here and starve like stray dogs. We never had any intention of yielding. Kaido-sama, the samurai have broken out of Amano-Wato. That's like the prison in the cave somewhere. Man, looks like we're back. Even I had people that believed in me. People that accepted me. What right did you have to steal my freedom? Then Yamato is coming in with the club. The black lightning is, you know, oozing off of it. Ha ha ha. What right did you have to steal Wano's freedom? Kaido's exclamation marks. There are no easy answers in this world, you immature brat. Oh ho ho. And then they just clash again. But I think they're both using Thunder Bagua. Oh. She still looks like she's holding out. You see a little bit of the immediate after attack, but like nothing concrete. We don't know how she's gonna hold up after that one. If they're both going full power, Yamato's not on a good state right now. But very cool. Yamato's been holding her own for a long period of time. 1v1 and Kaido up top. A clash of black lightning. Powerful. Very powerful. Alright. So there's a lot of chapter notes about the Amano-Iwato. Apparently it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Is that what that is? It's just like a shrine to... Wait a minute. What is it? It's just a shrine, I think. Or some sort of cave. Yamato's plight in the cave is a reference to the legend about Amaterasu. We've gone back to the sun, are we? The Shinto sun goddess. In the story, Amaterasu was pestered by her troublemaking little brother Susanoo until she was depressed enough to shut herself away in Amano-Iwato, a heavenly cave. As a result of her absence, the world was enshrouded in darkness. A myriad of gods gathered to try to find a solution to this problem. Moikane, the god of wisdom, suggested they line up a bunch of roosters to lure Amaterasu out of the cave with their long, beautiful crows. In the end, that Ame-no-Zume was able to get Amaterasu to leave the cave by dancing, and thus light returned to the world. Folktale explains why roosters crow at dawn and is the origin of the traditional Kagura dance. Just in that, we have references to the sun, Amaterasu, Yamato in this case. I'm guessing Yamato. But yeah, the sun being trapped. We've heard very recently about God's land, the sun god Nika. All these clues are right here for something big. We will get there in time. Alright, we have some color panels as well. Please eat. The samurai offering Yamato the only food that was given for the whole month. Then little Yamato, and then we have, okay, we've colored in what I reckon is One-Eyed Samurai. Old lad One-Eyed Samurai. It has to be Ushimaru. Oh wait, they colored in the sword too. Ho ho. Okay, very cool. The way that it's colored, I think that is Shisui. Let me just double check that one. Oh, Shisui, sorry. Wow, I said it wrong. Yeah, they've colored it almost exactly like it. Very close anyway. And then the final panel has been colored as well. The Thunder Bagua Clash. We have purple lightning coming off Kaido, but we have red and black lightning coming off Yamato. Oh, yes. Alright, very powerful. Very powerful. Good chapter. Not as much lore drops in this one. We did get, obviously, the flashback, which was more knowledge on how Yamato views herself, and how, I guess, the samurai kind of help shape her, if that makes sense. Like how she grew up to respect them even more than she already did. Alright, it is definitely time to go to Reddit, and then we will have to go through a couple of comments from the previous video, which I now have up. Alright, just refresh the page. Alright, here we go. Top comments of Reddit. Bowl of rice is what made Luffy help Otama. A bowl of rice is what made Yamato help the samurai. Rice is probably Kaido's biggest enemy. He's not wrong. And then a plate of rice was what made Gin protect Sanji. Free bento to convince Luffy to help Rebecca to liberate Dressrosa. Fate of nations and the worlds has already been decided by food. Zoro's first appearance. He is tied up and starving. Little girl comes and gives him a rice ball to eat. Zoro's father's first appearance. Oh, true. A little girl is tied up and starving, and he gives her a bowl of rice to eat. He's done it again. He's done it again. What? Forget Yamato meeting Sanji. Yamato meeting Zoro is where it's really at. That is true, actually. She's gonna be like, you remind me of a samurai I met ages ago. Oh. Okay. I'm looking forward to that now. Yamato, I'm Odin. Kaido, treat Yamato as Odin. What the hell are you doing? Surprise Pikachu face. Yamato when she meets adult Momo, Lord Odin. Yamato when she meets Zoro, Lord Ushimaru. Yamato when she meets Usopp. That's God. Of course. And then I love Yamato. Can't wait to see her meeting all of the Straw Hats. Oh, it's going to be an adventure. A whole month of One Piece. Am I dreaming? Oh, yes. So yeah, there's no break next week either, but I think that is the 4th one in a row. It's either 4th or we have one more, and then there's probably most likely going to be a break after that. They've been going very strong for this whole month so far. The smirk is the same, the pose is the same. There's no way Ushimaru isn't Zoro's father. Surely. Little Yamato is the cutest little thing too. I just want to hug her. How strong do you guys think Yamato is? The last clash between her and Kaido was insane. She is definitely giving it her all right now. She's not powerful enough to completely go against her father. But, I mean, if she's able to have been holding her own for this amount of time against Kaido himself, she's definitely up there with, like, King and Queen easily. Like, that's just what I think. She's put in an incredible performance so far, and I don't think anyone can deny that. Holding off Kaido for who knows how long it's been, while everyone else have had fights, concluded fights in this meantime. Luffy's fallen from the thing, had to take time out to eat, or get rescued by the Heart Pirates, find Caribou, eat, and then he's not even back up there yet, and she's still going. Yamato is very powerful. Alright, so what we will do now is go through a couple of comments from the previous video. We have one here from Osama. God's land, do you believe in God? Lunarian. So much lore dropping and we're already getting more questions than answers. What if Lunarians came down from the moon? A race that can control fire descending from heavens. The moon, since they probably didn't know that anyone lives on the moon, they would have considered them from heaven. They would have only seen them to be a race of gods. Also, Ryoma is the spitting image of Zoro. True. Sanji awakening his DNA by using the suit. Yes, sir. Yeah, so there was a couple of other comments about Lunarian as well. More relating to like Sanji and his mother. Who did he get it from? Is it actually his mother? Or is it the suit altering his DNA? I reckon he's been doing it the entire time, like lighting his feet on fire at least. So, if anything, he's had these potential enhancements that just weren't as obvious as the like Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, right? And Reiju. He's had them the whole time, but because he hasn't had the suit or didn't want to wear the suit to develop his body to use them to the, full potential, they just haven't been awakened properly. He mentioned in the previous chapter, like, uh, how did he say it? Like, yeah, since the second time I used it, my body's been feeling strange. So the raid suit is obviously manipulating his body's genetics in some way to either, bring out those powers more, or I don't know, maybe just amplify them in a way while he's wearing it. But if it's feeling strange after he's got the suit, like he's had the suit on, he's taken it off, Sanji's about to get a power up. That's all I'm saying. And then, yeah, the Ryoma and Zoro thing, it's. I guess now that we're getting like this particular thing for both Sanji and Zoro, like we've had suspicions of Zoro's Wano heritage, and then as soon as we heard what exactly the Vinsmokes were doing with their kids, we're just like, oh, so Sanji's a failure. But so like we've always had these indications of them being, I don't know, top players already, but this is like confirming both of them in the same chapter as they're teaming up against two Yonko commanders. That was a good chapter last week. So next one was from Will Ock. Absolutely loving we're getting Zoro vs King and Sanji vs Queen battle without interruptions. The color panel of Momo's dragon form looked clean. Yes, sir. Curious to see when Big Mom will make her move in this arc. She is definitely a wild card. She is probably, yeah, she's free to do whatever she wants right now. As long as Brooke and Robin can stay the hell away from Big Mom, I don't think she'll get too much done. Because after this fight with Kaido, providing Big Mom isn't there, whoever's done the fight is gonna get like absolutely destroyed. Big Mom will probably have free reign to pick off anyone. it's I'm just gonna say, like, I have a bad feeling about Robin. Because Big Mom's singular goal throughout this Wano arc so far is, hey, where's Robin? Where is she? She's got the poneglyph. She can read it. I need her to do the thing. So I have a bad feeling that Robin's going to be in danger. But as it stands right now, she's up against a wounded Kid, thanks to Killer's fight with Basil and Law. It's just Kid and Law and versus Big Mom. And then we have what? We have Otama, Nami, and Usopp somewhere on the same floor. They need reinforcements to at least somewhat contain Big Mom. She's so much of a threat right now. But yeah, at this point in time, if Luffy goes up and is able to deal with Kaido 1v1, I don't think they're prepared to face Big Mom straight after. It's gonna be interesting. Next one. Amlerath. Lots of setup for fights and many bits of interesting little breadcrumbs sprinkled in the middle of all the chaos. True. And people mistaking Momo for looking like Kaido in his dragon form while he looks like Odin in his human form is ironic. It was very well done. I didn't expect him to do that. Like, I mean, how else would you do it? Would you like show the panels of him morphing or something? But yeah, just straight after him suggesting it, coming back from the previous everything we'd had in that chapter, and then just Shinobu's crying in the corner. He looks like Odin. And then Beast Pirates, oh, it's Kaido. Very well done. Very well done. And last one from Charles Hugo. What if Sanji's mother is the special one? He gets a special DNA from her, Judge Strider breeding program, just like Endeavor. Ooh. I can believe that. I can see the similarities in their characters right there. Like, it's very obvious when you state it like that. obviously they were trying to create the perfect soldier, and what better way than a breeding program? I think they were more modifying with genetics as far as I can tell, so it may or may not be his mother, because his mother did seem fairly normal, but then again, if Judge married her, probably not exactly what I would call normal. Like, Judge is not a character that does things lightly, right? Every decision builds towards his goal, his dreams, just like Endeavor's. It's a good parallel. So yeah, maybe there is still a piece of, well, she was one of the final pieces of the Lunarians that managed to survive from the top of the red line or something like that. But yeah, very good chapter. Very action packed. Focused on Yamato. That's what I like to see. So I think this is another very clear indicator that after everything that's happening, she's 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 got so much of like in common with quite a few of the Straw Hats already, and she wants to set sail. I reckon this just solidifies her place in the crew even more, which is fantastic. Maybe I'm a little biased, but that's fine. So, with all that being said, let me know what you thought of the chapter. Uh, and yeah, leave a comment below if there's anything you'd like to have a talk about in the next chapter of One Piece. I'll have a look at the comments again after the video or after I read it. But yeah, that's about it. Looking forward to seeing how this develops even further. There's so much going on still. But we'll have My Hero Academia at some point over the weekend. I'm not sure if it will be tomorrow or the day after at the moment. Get back to you on that one. It'll pop up when it pops up. Oh, I didn't mention the Discord. If you'd like notifications for the videos, Discord is definitely a good way to go. Or the subscribe button. I hear that does work sometimes. But anyway, I won't stay too long on that. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone. And I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.